Hi, friends. You are inside of Stress Talk Live with Marcyline. And today we have a very, very special guest. So I'm not going to take a whole lot of time just, getting you pumped up because once our special guest gets into the room, you are going to be pumped up. And we'll be back in just a second. I'll introduce her and we'll get started. Hi, friends. Welcome to Stress Talk Live. I'm Marcyline, and we have a special guest today. We have Crystal Ellington, who is the fitness manager for the Ohio State University Health and Fitness Center. She's also the owner of 4-Star Fitness. I am excited to have Crystal on. As a matter of fact, Crystal's mom and I are lifelong friends. We are friends for life. We met at a Boy Scouts meeting. Now, I know that sounds strange because we weren't Boy Scouts, but our brothers were. And her dad was the Boy Scout troop leader. And so we met at the Boy Scouts meeting and we became lifelong friends. We went through school together, we graduated together, we had families, and we get together once a month to talk, to catch up, and just to spend some quality time. But I'm not going to belabor all of this because I want you to meet Crystal. So I'm going to bring her into the room and hopefully I won't mess it up, but let's see what happens here. Hey.
Hey! Hello, everyone.
You all, let me tell you, this lady right here, anything that you want to know about fitness or nutrition, she is the one to ask. She can do a workout routine for you in 30 minutes that makes you feel like you have really worked out. And the next day you're like, ooh, I got to do this again. That is just how skilled she is. And when I'm saying that from experience. I have done her workouts. And yes, she works the heck out of you, but your body feels good and you know you're getting fit. One of Crystal's mottos is make it right, get it tight, right?
That is correct. That's correct.
So, Crystal, I'm not going to talk. I want you to talk. Tell us about 4-Star Fitness and how did you get started? What attracted you to the fitness realm?
So 4-Star Fitness came in 2008. A little bit before I graduated college with an exercise science and sports medicine degree, started an internship in exercise physiology. And it started there, and I talk about it on my website. But the plant was seeded when I had a athlete ask me to train them for a specific tournament that they had coming up that would transition them into an ultimate fighter. So I'm like this little intern, and you got this huge guy. He must have seen something in me that I did not see in myself at that time. But that, when I think back on that, that is what the seed was planted in me a couple years later, starting 4-Star Fitness. And so I started 4-Star Fitness because it was something that, to be honest, I did not want to work at a gym as a personal trainer. And I had taken a business course in college and I was like, why not? And I spent hours upon hours, days upon days, trying to put things together of what the vision of my fitness business would look like. And at that time, I didn't even have a name. But it wasn't until I was heading to church, I it clicked on me, and I had a track coach who would I met at a seminar, who would follow up with me just to say, hey, how are you doing? And he would always call me 4-star. And I kept on asking the Lord, help me with a name with all this work I'm putting together. And 4-star came in. I was like, 4-star fitness, perfect. But 4-star, the coach would call me 4-star because I was a 400 runner. And so it all gelled together. And then as I matured and grew, and by experience with working with wonderful people, those 4 stars started representing mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. So that's what the 4 stars really represent for my 4-star fitness business.
And I think that's so important, because when we're talking about stress and stress relief,
yes,
it encompasses all of those things: mental, yes, physical, emotional, as well as spiritual. That's why I think it's so vital that we look at all aspects of what you call your 4 stars.
Yes, very much so. And like I was saying, the relationships that I built, I learned very quickly that it wasn't just about nutrition and exercise. People were coming in from work, dealing with stress and it was the talks. That was the most important thing. It was the talks that we had. And that's how those healthy relationships were built. And I started learning, man, we can come in and exercise. We can talk about nutrition and all of that. But at the end of a workout, at the end of the day, when you leave those doors to go home, where's the balance with all the hard work that you've put in and what you're doing at home, and how you are setting priorities with work and family and whatever else you have going on? How do you find balance with that? And so when my clientele started building, I knew that it was imperative for me to be able to talk about those things other than, just meeting with me and like, let's go, let's get into this workout. Are you, eating this and that or whatever? But it's just very important to be able to talk about those other important things called life in your health and fitness journey.
Absolutely. And you're a working mom. You're married. You have 2 young children. You work a full-time job, and you're building a business. How do you maintain that balance? How do you do that?
It's not easy, but everything in life is not easy, but it really is all in time management and having grace on yourself. So me being a fitness manager, I help, and I don't like to call managing. I like to call, leading with 9 amazing fitness specialists. And, I keep what I do at the fitness center at the fitness center. I don't bring that home with me. At least I try not to, but I try to keep, very construct with what I do at work, when I'm at the fitness center, and then when I'm home with my kids and my husband, and then with 4-star fitness. And even having talks with, mentors and stuff, sometimes you get caught up in intertangling everything. But when it comes to, being a wife and a mother, they see those certain things. And I've had to learn the hard way sometimes, where I try to do this work, and I need to be spending time with my family. And great example is just a couple days ago, my daughter, her homework is she has to read every day. And my son, who's 4 years old, has to continue to learn his numbers and his letters. And then I was in the process of trying to re-upgrade my website. And my computer's over here, my kids are over here, and I'm trying to make their lunches and stuff. And I'm like, Crystal, breathe in through the nose and out the mouth. Get the priorities. You can't do everything at once. Right. And my priority are my children. My work will come. And so I made sure my daughter read her stuff, and I was attentive. Then I made my lunches, and then I had my son do his numbers and stuff like that. Boom, we got that. And they know mommy is paying attention to them, because that would hurt me to my core. And they hit me a couple weeks ago, mommy You need to spend time with us. So it is a work in progress, but I always make sure to keep that in my forefront. Crystal, there's times for certain things, because if I'm trying to do it all at once, then I become stressed, and then family can start seeing that and feeling it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I also know that in terms of working out, you don't just talk it, you do it. You work out. And if any of you follow, you should follow Crystal on Instagram. And I'm going to put her handle up on Instagram. It's 4-Star Fitness 42. She works out and she posts her workouts. But when you work out, you include your children. What's that about?
Yeah, so that kind of entangles though too, because when I'm setting priorities, I have to be able to take care of me so that I can take care of my family. And I love to work out by myself, because I can focus and get it done and within a certain time, but it doesn't always happen that way. And my kids know what I do, and they know that I love to work out. And sometimes if I can't work out by myself, I say, come on, let's work it out. And they will do the workout with me, or they'll just do their own thing. And it is a beautiful thing. To have, and I don't force them to do anything that they don't want to. If they want to come and work out with mommy, then you come and work out with mommy. And if you're like, I'm tired, I don't want to do it anymore, then they go upstairs and do something else. But yeah, any opportunity that they know mommy's about to work out and they want to do it with me, they're more than welcome.
Now let's talk about working out, because we're talking to working women, right? And as you said, I mean, we're all busy. We have things that we have to do, things we need to get done. How do we fit workouts in? I work full time. I have a part-time private practice. How do I get this workout in? How do I really do it? How long do I need to work out to really get the benefit?
Right. So I talk to my clients about this, and if any of them are watching, I love y'all. Again, it's all in priority. And any of us haven't heard this saying. I mean, we've heard it. In order to take care of other things, you got to take care of yourself. And if your health is a priority, and I don't sugarcoat anything with my clients and whom I work with, if health is a priority and there are certain things, goals that you want to accomplish or that you've set for yourself, you have to include it in your lifestyle. You have to. And wherever your priorities lie, that's what you do the most of. And so at least for me, and how I feel, that's the most important thing for me, and how I'm feeling. If I'm not moving around throughout the day, I feel it. And so with me working, I have to make sure that sometimes at the fitness center, I'm doing a lot of paperwork, and I start feeling it in my hips and in my legs. That's a quick indicator for me that, Crystal, you've been sitting way too long. You need to get up. And I will literally take a walk across the center, go up the steps if I need to, go and chit chat with some members, whatever the case may be. But, movement, and you don't even have to classify it as exercise. Movement of our body is so important. Our lymphatic system thrives off of movement. And if we are sitting still, then that's when issues and problems start occurring. And a lot of people with arthritis, if you're stagnant for quite a long time, you start feeling really achy and stuff, and you think that exercise is going to make it worse. It does not. You start getting blood flow to the muscles and to your ligaments and stuff. It actually starts helping it. And so going back to working women and just being conscious of that, break it down in little pieces. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. You can do 2 minutes worth of something. I'm sure you guys have heard of park further away. Take the steps. Take the step. I mean, it's little things that you can do that add up. It does not have to be a huge thing for you to be like, I didn't get my workout in because it wasn't 30 minutes or whatever. Break it up throughout your day. If you're at work for 10 hours in a day or whatever, figure out where you can fit in a minute or two of straight movement, whatever the case may be. And I'm sure at some point I'll show you some tricks of the trade that you can do at work. But it ties all the way back into, you have to make it a priority and set it in your calendar. That's your time to do it. That is your time, and don't break away from it.
Mm-hmm. That I sit, and what I realized is I've become very sedentary and didn't know it. And I think many of us are sedentary and we don't realize it. I realized it because I started counting my steps. I was trying to get a certain number of steps a day. And, all of a sudden I was like, well, dog, I only have 700 steps and I need to get 10,000. What's going on here? Let me walk to my car a few times.
Yep.
So, but when you're talking about movement, one of the things that I always talk about is how we sit at our desk and we hold one position and our muscles tighten.
Yes.
And we don't realize it. Or when we have that phone call that, from that person we didn't want to talk to in the first place, that increases, our stress level goes up, we get that crook in our neck. And, when you move, you've pulled something. So getting up and moving is important, even if it's just, sometimes I'll even pace while I'm on my phone. If I'm on the phone call, I'll pace. I'll just so I'm moving and moving my joints.
That is it. And again, it's all about being conscious about it, because sometimes we can get too into our work that we kind of ignore those body signals where we start doing this, all of that. Those are signaling you're trying to, those are signals that it's time to move. And if you're ignoring that, then again, you may be feeling it later rather than doing something about it right then. And I know a couple people have shared with me, they've started setting a timer on their desk as a notification. Hey, it's time to get up or move. And even if you can't move down the hallway or whatever, you can stand up, sit down, like give yourself a goal of how many times you're going to sit up and stand down and sit down in your chair. That is a form of movement. So, I mean, you just got to be self-conscious of how long you are doing something, especially in a stagnant position, how long you're doing that for, because you definitely need to get your body moving.
I just want to give a shout out to Lenore, who is watching. Hey, girl. She said it's great information. Okay, so I know, or I should ask, if you want to show us some things. Yes. I know everyone who's watching will enjoy seeing some of what you share, and then just give us a little sample of what you do. And then I'd like to hear, what are some of the things that you are offering to women and to others who are wanting to fitness?
Yes. So I'll answer that one after I show, and this will be more so for women either that are working out or working from home or at their place of business offsite. And these are some of my favorites. My clients are no stranger to some of these exercises. But I do want to speak to the women for you guys to understand, don't be ashamed to get up and move. I mean, even if you have other people, around you, this is all about you and your life, your health. And so I actually have it right behind me. And hopefully you can see me. So these are wonderful staples to have in your office, because you can actually travel with these, and some people wouldn't even know that you have them with you until you pull them out of your bag or your purse. So hopefully Walmart gives me, some kind of sponsorship for this, because I always rep them out with, and I've had these for years. So this speaks volumes. And resistance bands, I always tell my clients or anybody, even if I'm at the store and I see them in the fitness aisle, I'm like, you should get these because a lot of people get the one band tube and it's a little bit more expensive. I got these for $14.99, I believe it was. And these were like 5 years ago. And it comes with an attachment. So if you're staying consistent in your health and fitness journey and you're starting to get stronger with a little resistance, and women, it's very important to do strength training, resistance training, trust me. But as you get stronger, you can start clipping on or taking off, depending on what kind of exercises you are doing to stay up with your goals. But with this one right here, you can simply stand up if your alarm goes off on your desk and it's time to move. You can put one foot on and do bicep curls, work those arms, because everybody knows that it's summertime is right around the corner. Sexy back, you want those nice lean arms. Just do a couple bicep curls. And if somebody's looking at you, tell them to join the team because they're probably thinking the same thing. And they're like, I should start doing that as well. So I always have resistance band with the handles. That's one staple. The other one that you guys may have seen is what I call the Versaloop band. They come in all different colors and resistance. Usually the resistance will be on the band, but a lot of women who are trying to strengthen their hips or whatnot, you can actually do this seated or standing. And you would wrap it either around above your knees or below your ankles, and I'll actually show you. And depending on how much space you have, you can just do little side steps and start feeling it on your sides. And you can time yourself. I only got 1 minute before the next meeting, so this is what I'm going to do for this 1 minute, and you start feeling it, perfect. All right, so there's multiple different exercises that you could do with this, and I actually have health and fitness tips on my website if you want to check these out. I talk about the resistance bands on there. The other staple that a lot of people may have started considering is the stability ball. Now, this definitely works balance and makes you think about correction of posture. Sometimes you may want to switch out your regular stable chair for a stability ball and just sit at your desk and try to keep your hips and your shoulders aligned with the screen, and then go to typing or whatever, and you'll start feeling your hips kind of move. And if it feels weird, that lets you know you need to get back into realignment while you're doing your work. So this one is a great one here. I could go on and on with exercises, so anybody can feel free to email me and ask me other questions about exercise. But I got 2 more that I'm going to share because one definitely works for stress. You can do that. Well, I wouldn't say to do this at work, but you definitely want to do it at home if you had a hard day's work. And that is this ball right here. I got at Marshall's. All right. Hey, Marshall's. All right. And this one is a slam ball. It does not bounce. Once you hit it to the floor, it stays there. All right. I think this was between, this is an 8-pound ball, and one of my precious clients gave this one to me as a gift. But if you've had a hard day's work and you're like, man, I need to let out some fumes and some stress, you literally bring it over your head and slam it down on the ground and leave it there. And if you still have some more fumes to let out, you give it a go again. And you're like, well, Crystal, I don't want to go to Marshall's right now and go get any equipment. You may have a raggedy pillow. I prefer you use not a good pillow, but use a pillow and you can do the same thing. Hold the ends and slam it down towards the floor. It'll get your heart rate up a little bit, but you're letting all that aggression out and you'll feel good afterwards. Trust me. So that one right there, if anything that I said, do the pillow slam to the floor. It's a perfect one. But yeah, like I said, I can go on and on. Side step jumping jacks, little kicks right in front of your desk. It does not have to be superb or whatever. You're just moving, allowing grace to your body to give some movement, get that blood flow back to those extremities that have been sitting for any length of time. You can even use your chair and do step backs and stand up. Step it back, stand up. And again, I promise you'll feel a lot better doing those sort of movements than not doing anything at all. And you can simply march in place too. It's all about just keep thinking of the word movement. Movement is all that matters for your body. It will thank you if you think about that throughout your day of work. And even if you have a little time at home, do that. And you're on the right path with your health and fitness journey. Now, can you remind me of the second question? I know it was about how I can be of service.
I love it. I love it. You all make sure you remember this, watch the replay, because Crystal has given some wonderful tips to get us moving even at work. The second question was, what are you offering? You have wonderful fitness class that you do online, right?
Yes, ma'am. And I hadn't been doing a lot of online at all. A lot of it was face-to-face before COVID. But, in honor and respect of, when the pandemic hit, just to be safe, a lot of the online just boomed. And you can get, and I know with you doing the small groups that I offered, it is a testament that you can still get a great workout in. And even with the proper, accountability and watching somebody to make sure you're doing it correctly and the motivation, you still get a good sweat in and feel like you did something. And my services are all online, and I offer, one-on-one, and you can check that out on my website. But my one-on-ones, I even offer group and partner, but those are very precious to me because, again, like I said in the beginning, it's not just about the health and fitness. I get to have that relationship with you, and I get to talk with my clients either before we work out or after, whatever is on their mind, because sometimes they may not even feel like working out on our session, but I get to see them. I get to talk to them and understand what's going on. And then it allows me to improv. If I've already come with something that I know that they can do, I may back off on it. There's a time to push and there's a time to pull back. But those are the services that I offer for people who are looking for the accountability and the motivation. And it doesn't even have to be for a lifetime. It could be just to get yourself started and to know what you need to be doing and looking for as you go into your health and fitness journey. I do look to start back the small groups that I had. I held off on that because I'm going into the spring and summertime because it's so beautiful outside, and a lot of people would like to take their walks and stuff like that, and I totally understand. But I do look to start those back up, and I'll post those on Instagram and Facebook. But really, it is, for me, is my heart is building the relationships, communication, and helping any way that I can for the people that I work with. And if I don't know the answers, I will find them and be able to provide it. So those are my services. And my last one, I'm still working on these projects, but I have a 4-Star Fit book. And that is a program, a 4-week program that is for people who have gotten to the point where in their health and fitness journey where they're confident and knowing that they will stay consistent with their workouts. They don't need me to be live with them and be like, all right, it's time to get going or whatever. This one, I provide 12 different workouts, 3 workouts a week, and you get online and I'll take you through a workout. I have affirmations on there. I have a nutritional guidance plan in this fit book as well. So I'm looking to add more 4-Star Fit books in there. So I try to do a little of both, online one-on-one, or do it on your own, but you'll still hear my voice talking to you while you're working out.
Crystal, I have your website on the screen so everyone can see it. Um, I want you all to really go to 4starfitness.com, www.4starfitness.com. As you can see, this is how Crystal is. Is all of helping you to reach your fitness goals. And she's just genuine. I'm just going to be honest. She is
Yeah.
genuine. She loves what she does and she cares to help you to get where you want to be. We're going to be doing more or talking more about fitness and stress during the next couple of months. And because it's very important, remember, stress is a physical reaction. And in order to relieve overwhelming stress, we need to get physical. We need to move. We need all of that tension and stress out of our muscles. It will not only help us physically, it will help us emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And
Yes.
again, those are the 4 stars that Crystal ascribes to. Crystal, I want to thank you for being my special guest. It was great. You're wonderful.
Thank you for having me. Make it right, get it tight, y'all. Make it right, get it tight.
Make it right, get it tight. I'm going to ask you at some point to come back because I know this is very helpful to the ladies who watch. You have excellent information. Again, you all check out www.4starfitness.com. Also, check her out on Instagram at, if I can find that banner, I'll put that up too, at 4-Star Fitness 42. And she's also on Facebook. Check out 4-Star Fitness, okay? So I want you all to.
I was going to say 4-Star Fit Chick 42 on Instagram.
Oh, wait,
it is correct.
Let me fix it.
Yes, if you go to the to my website, 4starfitness.com, I have my little symbols at the top, the icons, and it'll go directly to my Facebook or Instagram. So yeah, it'll.
Oh wait, I didn't get it right. I still didn't get it right. Wait a minute.
Always great.
It's not. I'm gonna fix this with my non-technical self. Wait a minute. Let's see if I got it. Is that right?
Yes. There you go. Yes.
My non-technical self.
Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. That helps release stress too.
There you go.
Do that at your desk as well. Breathe in through the nose and out the mouth. It will help.
There you go. Thank you so much, Crystal, for being my special guest. Please come back.
Oh, most definitely.
Please. I know you're busy, but we'd love to have you back. Ladies, make sure you watch us next week because we're going to continue to talk about stress and getting rid of it with physical activity. But for now, I'm Marcyline Bailey. As always, you all, take good care.